Well, PBS, and talking about PBS, we're doing a new show in September, and it starts on October 6th, I think, called Martha Stewart's Cooking School. And it is sort of an outgrowth of a book we did at the company called Martha Stewart's Cooking School. And it's teaching you how to cook. I think that I'm all about the how-to. I've always tried to be as how-to as possible. Do it yourself, how to learn, and it's a good show. So we've done 26 half hours, and I hope we can do how to garden. I hope we can do a whole lot of other things too. A teaching series that good for people who already know how to cook, but they might want to be refreshed. You might want to really know the best recipe for hollandaise, or beurre blanc, or how to braise, how to poach, how to do all kinds of things.
Well, we have a first look for the audience of the show, and I have to say, when we were picking from, we had several clips to look at, and I was watching it with Lori Luna, our amazing head of event operations, and when this one came, we both went, I had never seen that, and so we're like, that's the one. So maybe we could show that clip right now, because it really gives you a good example.
Hi, I'm Martha Stewart. What if I told you I would come to your home every single week to teach you how to cook? Welcome to Martha's Cooking School. Stewing, poaching, braising, steaming, frying, hard-boiling, pan-searing, roasting, eating, and enjoying. Lessons and recipes with a home cook. This very lightweight steel spatula is very good for lifting fish steaks and fillets, and it's flexible and it doesn't eat into this salmon itself. It's okay to serve it just like this, but I prefer doing it a little bit fancier, and you can loosen the skin with a fork and take it around like this. It's so much fun to do this. Lessons and recipes with a home cook.
I've never seen that.
It's just one of thousands of hints and tips and good ideas, that's all.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about your company and how it's using tech and social media. You have been adapting rapidly. If you weren't the first, you were one of the very first to take your magazines to the iPad. Yes. We also want to show an example of some of the work that you're doing in your iPad apps, and then we can talk a little bit about how you're evolving in this media world. So if we have that shot of the iPad apps.
Because we're trying to save you time, but we're also trying to be very innovative and creative at the same time. And our kitchens are second to none.
Right. Well, those iPad apps, they're beautiful. They're fun. I mean, to see it unfold.
Those are the covers of the digital editions of our magazine, which are enlivened with technology. Some of the stories have actual digitization going on and all kinds of fun things happening in the stories, which you can't do, of course, with the printed page. And it's our hope that we are where our customers need and want us. That's the whole idea of the digital issues. There are a lot of people with iPads now, 30 million, 40 million. They need to be able to read their magazines if they so choose, and we want to be there for them. So all 4 of our magazines are now fully digitized and with lovely ad pages, and it's really a fun project for everybody involved. And the editors actually, at first they go, oh, more work. They actually are really into it now, and making covers like that and making other stories come alive, very, very good.
So you're in radio. You've got Sirius.
Oh yes, we have a whole channel.
Obviously, yeah, the market channel.
XM 110.
Okay. Obviously, TV, print magazines. Now in apps and digital versions. It's about as multimedia as you can get.
Omnimedia.
Omnimedia. See, but you named yourself that long before there was all that media to be quite as much to be.
Well, it was there. We just didn't know how to harness it.
Right.
We didn't know how to use it all. So we're kind of the pioneer, you know, in that area, or we try to be, and yet it just, you know, there's every day you can learn something new.
Right. Do you see the weight of how much effort and focus you put into those different arms of media? Do you ever see a future where you're not focusing on each area? I think people talk about
merchandising, satisfying the need of the consumer. We're always trying to, media leads, that's how we look at it, and merchandising follows. So much of the stuff that we have created in the pages of the magazine, of course, have been adopted by other companies. That's a given. But we also are the designers of many, as I said, thousands of products, and we are very proud of the products that we create. So we're working on massive lines of product for the homemaker, for the crafter, all the time. And I think that that generally, I never want to give up the creation of content, because I think that that's where it all starts, and that content is so interesting to all of us. But the product, so that you're serving the consumer with that product, the consumer who's reading all your blogs and not doing anything anymore, you know, herself. She's not sewing, and she needs that dress she saw in the magazine. So we want to have those things.
So I want to ask you a more general question, just because you've had, your career has just evolved so much. What has changed about being a woman leader in the last 30 years you've been doing this? And what has not changed? And I think we have, just to go with this, a little, these are your 3 former lives. Let's see, model, stockbroker.
They're my current lives. I'm still all those people.
Great, I want to hear all about that. And caterer.
I look slightly different, but...
we'd recognize you anywhere.
Thank you. It's
It
my
is
birthday today.
It is Martha's birthday.
And the only reason I agreed to come today, not because I really wanted to meet all of you anyway, but was that you would all say happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Martha. Thank you. Thank you very much. But things have changed, and they haven't changed. There's still only 4% of American CEOs are women, only 4%. That's pretty terrible. And I wish that number would grow and grow and grow, and I hope it does. We have so many fantastic women out there, business women, who really, really want to lead and build and do. But the number of women entrepreneurs has increased tremendously. And I'm very happy to see that, because I think being an entrepreneur probably is the most exciting thing you can do as a career. It's really amazing. Look what you've done, right? Yes.
Cosign.
Right. And the treatment of women in business, I think, has improved a lot. Although I never paid any attention to naysayers for women in business, I've always, done my thing. But a lot of women were intimidated and put down and put down. But now I think women are treated very, very nicely in the boardrooms as well as in corporations. But they still aren't advanced to that as top jobs as much as they should be.
Yeah, your stats are right, and they haven't changed much over the years. But I do think that key about whatever other people say, you're just focused on your goal, right?